It's the Morning Star Drive 117.8. You soaring up with sky, now's the time, don't delay. I'm sitting in my ride and it's time to fly. So let's realign, just listen and fill your mind.
Hey guys, how is it going? And welcome to the Morning Star Drive on 117.8. It is Monday, January 6th, and so happy for you joining us. We are ready to start another week together with the Lord. So subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on SoundCloud, and make sure to support us on Patreon. All right, so today we have an amazing and awesome podcast here. So we have a bunch of testimonies, and I'm over here all the way in Athens, Georgia for the Second Gen Retreat. So you guys, I interviewed a bunch of people just to see their thoughts on it. So definitely want to get into that after the first segment. All right. So I hope that you guys have had an amazing and awesome weekend. Jasper's next to me. I'm actually inside the church right now, and like there's people talking everywhere. Jasper, say hi.
Hi.
All right, Jasper, how old are you?
6.
And he is second gen from Houston. Yeah, he's from Houston, 6 years old, second gen. So,
7.
huh?
7.
You're 7 years old? Okay, so I'm gonna ask you one question: is how did you like the retreat?
Good.
What was your favorite part?
Ping pong.
Awesome. So they had this huge ping pong tournament, but they had a lot of fun doing that too. So just want to let you guys know for the first 15 days of giving glory to God, today's day 6. I am going to be doing these interviews and testimonies. So if you guys have anything, you can send them in. But very, very awesome time I'm having here. Really inspired by the second gens. This week's Sunday message title is "He Will Triumph and Triumph Again. Those who are with Him will also
Triumph.
All right, so Jasper's my helper for today. So I am in Georgia. I did arrive a couple days ago, and very, very short flight, less than 2 hours. But, I'm only going to be here for several days. I will be stopping by Alabama for a little bit too, but very, very excited. But Second Gen Retreat, oh man, it was really inspiring just to see. There's like 40 of them, ranging from like Jasper's there was Keo, and he's like 10 months old. And then you have Jasper's 7. Your sister's how old?
10.
Sister's 10. And then a bunch of people of second gens in high school, university. And then it goes all the way up to like 30 years old. 40? Who's 40?
My dad's 46.
Oh, your dad's 46. Oh, but your dad's not second gen. Right? So, right? So, it's really, really amazing. Another level. Some of them already have their plans going to medicine, engineering, business owners, entrepreneurs. It's really inspiring. And most of these kids I've known since they were babies. And I look at them now, I can't even recognize them because I have to look at them really, really closely. But honestly, ton of hope looking at them. And of course, it's... The thing we realize more and more is, even though we put such a big emphasis on second gen, one thing we do have to realize is they're human. They're going through the same things we went through. They're going to go through the same ups and downs of high school, university life, just like everyone else. They are special and blessed, but it doesn't mean that they are superhuman and are able to handle every situation better than anyone else, right? They're going through things just like we did. And more than anything else is probably they have a little bit more pressure than we do too. So they had this one time of Q&A and reflection, and they were asking the real tough questions about, their friends in high school, what do they identify with, and stuff like this too. They're asking about what happened 2023, and it was just really open and honest. And I wasn't actually there. I was listening to some people talk about it, and it was really good. They really liked it, and you're going to hear it in the interviews too. So I'm hoping them to see all of them grow up to become amazing in America and Canada. Canadian second gen came too. That was really cool. Right? So I hope it's something that you guys will really enjoy, but this is giving glory through the Second Gen Retreat and talking and interviewing mainly the people who were, I did interview one person who is actually Second Gen, and the others, like leadership, they are Second Gen, but they are not, they're Second Gen, but they're not but they're in leadership helping with starting that up too. All right. So without further ado, we'll go to the first music break, and then we'll go into the interviews right after that.
worship, pray all night long. Your love and light at the break of dawn. The days when you were gone, your words stay here in my heart. I'll hold on to you tightly, Lord. Your word is your love, I'm not alone. Now even if this dark world is frightening, wind and waves and thunders crashing, no matter what, our love will not change. You're with me and I'm with you. I will always, always love you, no matter if the world forsakes you. From all the love and miracles through you, I've witnessed the truth. I'll fly high with you. I will never, never leave you, no matter if the world forsakes you. With all the love and blessings from you, I'll never forget all that you've done for me. I promise to be strong, to live with God in my heart. I will not waver to wrong thoughts. I'll stay right here where I belong. You suffered all along. Your wounds lie deep in my heart. We'll guard you, Lord, till your pain's gone. We'll comfort you, so lie in our arms. Now even if this dark world is frightening, wind and waves and thunders crashing, no matter what, our love will not change. You're with me and I'm with you. I will always, always love you, no matter if the world forsakes you. Your love for God burns so brightly, rise out of ashes, your light will set me free. I will never, never leave you, no matter if the world forsakes you. With all the love and blessings from you, I'll never forget all that you've done for me.
All right, so I'm over here with is it Education Minister Eddie, and he's one of the organizers for the second gen retreat. So I want to get his feeling on how the entire retreat was. So I'm just calling you Minister Eddie, anyways. How was the event, and what's the feeling you got from it?
It was good. One of the things that I was telling a lot of folks here is that this current group of second generation, even when they're bad, they're not as bad as the ones before. So they're well behaved, and the most they'll do is doze off during service. But they're not sneaking off to do anything and taking people's cars or anything like that. But it was a really fun time, and I think there's something different about these kids who, after they experience 2023 and 2024, it seems like something within them changed and something within them grew, and you could feel it throughout the retreat. So I'm hoping that with this year, that as they go forward and back to their respective churches, that they'll learn more about the word. I think they can definitely use that. It's not very deep yet in some sense, but you can feel the foundation, but there's no set structure on top. So they're going to need to learn the word more and really grow their talents. And so many of them have already said there's things they want to do for Providence. And so I really want to support them in their endeavor. And of course, because they're young, not a lot of it's very fleshed out yet. And so I think we can use people like Peace Guy and all these leaders to help them to, fulfill their dreams within Providence, but also to shape it in a way that's more close to what God wants them to do too. So those are my thoughts from the retreat.
All right, so I am here also with another second gen. I'm not sure if anyone, I'm not sure everyone in the audience knows. He is in Washington D.C. His name is Peace, and I'm pretty sure people have known him from the past, right? But I haven't seen him in how many years?
About a decade.
About 10 years, and so he's like a man now. But you've come to this second gen retreat for 4 days. So I want to know what your thoughts, like what's your feeling after like coming to this retreat?
First and foremost, I think that this retreat has been a great opportunity to get to know different second gens from different regions. So it was my first time ever meeting Canadian second gens, and also some of the second gens that I saw in the soccer tournament didn't really have time to kind of interact, talk with each other, and socialize. But with this opportunity, spending the 4 days, living together, sleeping together, eating together, we kind of got to kind of discuss and how their lives were like, and in different areas, because growing up in the U.S., especially, is very different. South, East, West, different political background, different, environments. So it was very nice to kind of see how they were living in different environments as a second gen.
What's your favorite part?
My favorite part, I think two parts, one physical, one spiritual. Physical wise, I think on the first day, we had the guys arm wrestling tournament.
Oh, nice.
Yes, which I think that's a lot of testosterone, but it was really fun, really energetic. So that was my favorite part for the physical aspect. For the spiritual aspect, we had a Q&R, questions and reflections, or Q&A, or with a panel of some of the more older second gens answering some of the tough questions that second gens were genuinely curious about. And there were a lot of thought-provoking, very direct questions that only second gen would ask. And I think the panel did a great job when it comes to answering it wisely, kind of giving their perspective. And we have 4 different panels.
Right.
So I think that was the best part of this second gen retreat.
Nice. Okay, so my question now for you is, I haven't seen you in a long time, is what's your future?
Yeah, so just graduating out of college, I actually started my own business, and I also want to launch my personal brand as well.
Ooh.
So in the works, I would say it's been almost a half a year since I started everything. So just getting it off the ground. But I believe that as second gens, I want to prove and I want to show that we can be successful, physically and spiritually, right? I think that the aspect of physical side sometimes tends to get neglected, but I think that in order for us to find success in our life, we need to have both sides, accomplished. And I just want to make sure that all second gens, don't think that, we have to be pastors and whatever, but it's really like we have our own lives, but we just have God come with us along the journey. And like today's message, right, the core, having God as the core, and having something as the core is important, and that's what will lead us to success, and that's the blessing will come.
Awesome. All right, so I'm over here with Mason. Mason, your title is minister?
No title.
Oh, no title. Okay, so here's Mason, and he was one of the staff here at the second gen retreat, and I wanted to get his thoughts on what he saw or what he really enjoyed or was inspired by.
Yeah, so the retreat overall, I think it was really, really successful. It was interesting to see how the second gen were really working together and just hanging out together. It's really different. A lot more lively in some aspects compared to some of the more seasoned members of Providence. But one thing that I really enjoyed was not only just interacting with the kids. I think that was also very enjoyable. There was lots of laughing. But moreover, I really feel like I was starting to understand even more the Shimjung of the Trinity, Sunsinim, and even angels that help us in our everyday life. There was one of the games where we had the role of guardian angel. We had to look over the kids and help them out. And even though we knew the answers, we knew what it is that they needed to do, we were trying to get them to understand without giving them the answer. And I feel like God is like that a lot. He's like, I know what you need to do. I have the plans for you. I have a goal for you. but you're going in the wrong direction, but I'm not going to stop you from going that direction. But I'm trying to get you to come back to this direction. So through that, it's like, okay, I think I understand God's heart a little bit more. And I was really thankful to God also, thankful to the Trinity more, because they really do so much for me too. It's not just, oh, what they do for other people. It's no, now I need to reflect back on how they treat me and understand and appreciate them a lot more for all the efforts that they pour out for me. Yeah.
All right, so I am over here with Edmund. He's a member of the Athens, Georgia church. And one thing you guys need to know about Athens is I believe they have like they bought the first church in America. It's a house at the moment, but there's so much land that, it's got potential for the future to be an even huge, like a bigger place. So that's something that a lot of people are excited about. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm going to interview Edmund, and Edmund was on staff for the second gen retreat. So I just want to get his thoughts on it, the things that he enjoyed or his realizations.
Yes. Hello. As a part of the staff, one of the, I think, biggest things I had realized coming into this event was how much work behind the scenes went into stuff, how much condition was set on behalf of not only the extended staff, but definitely the core group that were here, Minister Heon, Pastor Grace, Rachel, and Eddie. They met months and months in advance, and they did so much work, and I think that with how everything turned out, that it really showed through both the experiences that everyone had, but the realizations. I've been able to speak to a few SS and second gens throughout who participated, and hearing their thoughts, seeing how they picked up on things or how their mentalities changed was really interesting and amazing to hear. And I was in charge of the photos and videos taken during the retreat, and I think going through everything, day one, like looking back at the photos, you can kind of see, the little antsy, the awkward, we don't know each other, but going through the retreat, even in like smaller photos and videos, you could kind of see how harmony was forming, how people started to come together. And I think fellowship really, everything just molded beautifully towards the end with the service and the greetings and goodbyes everyone's been having.
Okay, so here I'm with Pastor Nathan. He is one of the church reps over here in America, and he's in the DC church. Also, he does like R&D research for like headquarters and such. So very, very impressed by all the things that he brings up and the ideas that he has. But he also was able to come here because there's a ton of second gen in the DC church, even though it's a small church with how many people? 11 people in the church, and 6 are second gen, which is, they're basically, the majority is second gen, which is kind of crazy, but he was able to come and see the second gen retreat. So I really wanted to get his thoughts on what he felt about the second gen retreat.
Thank you, Sky, for bringing me here to share my thoughts. First, I'm not second gen, so it's really hard to understand what is their life likes and also what they're going through. But experience with the second gen in church, and especially from this retreat, I felt so much love of God and also the love towards the second gen from God and 선생님. When I went Warmington a couple of times, when I see 선생님, I saw that 선생님 always a great smile and bright smile to second gen. The point that I wish I can receive that much love from him in some aspect. In other words, 선생님, I felt that 선생님 really loved them the way he really loved like other people, more than other people, like almost like their child from him. So when I see this situation, I felt again, I understand why 선생님 cherishes second gen, because God has a love towards them, and also because of that love, they are really sharing the love each other's. One thing I really got impressed by these people, I feel like they're really family to one to the other, like true family, even though they might not be related with the blood. But I feel like even though some people are seeing each other first time, they treat their brother and sister in the family. So I feel like we are truly, truly blessed to see that what it should be look like when you're treating our members and brother and sister in Providence. I think they're showing an example for us. So that's something I'm very impressed by how they're treating their brother and sisters. And I feel like I become the part of family when I be part of this retreat. So I really appreciate that everyone who organized this second gen retreat, and then also invited for to seeing the history that God is making here in American Providence. So thank you for having me.
All right, so that is the end of today's podcast. Hope you guys enjoyed the interviews with the second gen. Jasper, you're still here, right?
Yes.
All right, so we're going to say goodbye. So say goodbye to everyone on the internet.
Goodbye, everybody on the internet.
Awesome. All right, enjoy, and we'll see you guys again tomorrow on the Morning Star Drive on 117.8.
It's the Morning Star Drive 117.8. You soaring up with sky, now's the time, don't delay. I'm sitting in my ride and it's time to fly. So let's realign, just listen and feel your mind.
I'm burning with desire and the passion. Nobody can stop me when I'm like this. I got my head in the zone, you know. I'm on the Morning Star Drive, you know. I'm burning with desire and the passion. Nobody can stop me when I'm